All right, I'm feeling this vibe right here. I'm feeling this energy. This is really beautiful. Now, being this is my first time in the U.S., some of you may not be too familiar with who I am. My name is Noyz. I'm an MC, and I feel that hip-hop, much like Sikhi, has always been a very revolutionary force. It's always been about challenging the system. It's always been about bringing about change to the structure that we live in and finding the faults in it and try to challenge those and break those down. Yeah. So I wrote this piece just talking kind of about how hip-hop has been that force for not only just the community, the black community that started hip-hop, but anybody who's a part of it. We always use this as a message or as a medium to convey a message and always to say something. Because we are descendants of thorough world travelers living as second-class citizens. The math is division, subtracting past innocence. Immigrants casted in squalor, stripped the badges of honor, living attached for a chance at a dollar. The path we follow is uncharted, but as soon as one carves it, we move and charge and through caution to the breeze for seeds who grew in this blue harvest. Regardless of the hue of the God who imparts us with heart, this art is confused by most with different views on the tube. Let me school you folks. The music wrote, infused with guns and crack residue, mostly young blacks. So what are the facts telling you? That the system was created to fail, designed for minorities to see a grave or a jail. But how am I a minority? When right here I'm standing with the passionate. Rap sparked the heart of every activist. Let me see those fists up. All right, make some noise, please, New Jersey. If you're in the house tonight. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna need your energy for this one. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Now everybody on my right hand side, put your hands in the sky if you feel this vibe. Yeah. Now everybody on my left hand side, put your hands in the sky if you feel this vibe. Yeah. Now everybody in the place tonight, put your hands in the sky if you feel this vibe. And now scream. I said I gotta hear you scream. Following the trail of tears, faces covered in veil of fear. The fearless beers impaling ears, we guilty here. Willing peers are calling out. Turning thunder, blue stars shine behind clouds of black thunder. Past plunder, changing our present, staining our essence. Affected by the days of oppression, taking the question. Pages lengthen, writing out the toll of casualties. I hold on and gradually mob. Following the battle, these days of war became the norm. Made terrorists a heretic to pure philosophies that made a curve. A sure death is one of conscience. In a world of information, I wield the pen of an arm to accomplish. Those keeping pursuit and seeking the truth. I do it through a beat to read you and speak to me. My feet to commute, a carriage in the barren landscape with a mandated and stated to clever man's fake. Yeah. Now everybody on my right hand side, put your hands in the sky if you feel this vibe. Now everybody on my left hand side, put your hands in the sky if you feel this vibe. Now everybody in the place tonight, put your hands in the sky if you feel this vibe. Now scream. I said I gotta hear you scream. Yeah. I heard stories when the sun sets for the first time, going blind in the unrest. From the summer with guns wet, undone as blood runs in the gutters of slums where some slept. Block 32 residents in tenements, locked in by the spread of sediment. Pedal the sediment resident from a tree fall and evidence of genocide. They set aside, we keep calling. Reaching deaf ears to the government. We repress years held here in the struggle with no options. My fam fled from the blackouts, the hand of propaganda controlling what all the facts bout. I cast doubt on the man of power who looks like us but knowing that he don't stand for ours. Devoured in the system of imprisonment, and I'll be labeled militant to justify the bullets that I'm riddled with. New Jersey, make some noise. Okay. Now, one thing I'm glad that Sunmith and Thunmith touched upon it is that they said Sikhi cannot exist without the arts. And I think that's a very important message to get across. Because you see, we are born of a lineage of poets. So long after the milk had washed the blood stains the entire tracks from the marble, and long after the ashes of the library had been swept away, all we had was our words. Truth jumping from tongue to tongue like rocks being skipped, and learning within these words that we are not victims, we are survivors. So while some may speak of widows, I instead heard stories of mothers who picked the pieces up to reconstruct, stacking every bit of rubble to build pillars and make home. And while others may have spoke of militants, I instead heard stories of brothers who, for every crown forcefully removed, still raised their heads to challenge the darkness. And everybody here tonight, we are a continuation of that lineage, using the lead from the bullets fired as our pencils to document the injustice, but we also write to celebrate an unbreakable spirit, to celebrate the brilliance of our resilience, because we don't believe in being victims. We have always been and continue to remain as survivors. Thank you. I got one more song to do before my time is up. Just by a round of applause. Do we have any Punjabis in the house? Yeah. Punjabi, come on. Punjabis are loud. Do we have any Punjabis in the house? I know that guy's Punjabi. I feel it's impossible to really tell the story of 1984 without also talking about Punjab. Because a lot of the issues before 1984 and a lot of the issues after it have been ingrained in the social and the political issues within Punjab, from farmers' rights to recognition of language and also recognition of religion as well. So I did a song a little while back called Back to Punjab, and what I tried to do with the song was try to talk about what's happened in Punjab since '84. So in the past 30 years, what has happened and what is still continuing to happen. And it's very easy when you hear about these issues to get angry or to get sad or to feel helpless, but the main message that I try to put in at the end of the verse is that we're still hopeful through it all. We never lost our hope. We never lost our will to continue to live and try to have better lives for ourselves and for our communities. So we're going to jump into that, Back to Punjab. Let's go. Yeah. Yo, my grandfather was massacred in the streets of Philly. I never met a fan say I got his features in me, flee the city. Grandmother worked the widow colonies, left and took the daughters to Punjab, where the heart of me was made. Raised with my brothers by a farmer who would slave to save up, but underneath his armor had his heart broken. Gun smoking from the false encounters. They put the dark around us, the cause of the loss of thousands. Hard to count them when they dying by their own hands, ingesting the pesticides to plot on their own land. Green revolution, abusive regime, revenue streams from liquor taxes, futures of fiends got me stuck. My brothers in the same trap, vein tracks, belts wrapped around their arms, needles in a haystack, heroin to opiates, tearing at the closely knit and dealing with twice the terror for every bit of hope we get. So I wonder if we deserve it of our fate, when the water gets diverted out of state, and they calling us insurgents of our faith. Pondering a certain escape beyond the temporary tourniquets they place. I hold on, go strong, now my skin is thicker. Pajama waiters, makers, awakens, cause still I'm with ya. A picture from my pen to show you it's getting deep. From the 5 rivers where all of my ancestors sleep. When I say we are, you say Punjab. We are. When I say we are, you say Punjab. We are. When I say free, you say Punjab. Free. When I say free, you say Punjab. Free. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my time for the night. Truly from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all for allowing me to be on this stage. Thank this guy as well. I love this guy right here.
Go ahead.
Just honestly, I thank you all. It is a great privilege to be on the stage and to perform for you all. And it's a beautiful thing to see that this event was largely organized and brought together by so many youth. And that's the great thing to see, is that we've kind of awakened a collective consciousness within everybody, and you know, the youth are the ones behind that movement and pushing that forward. So I thank you.
You know I can't let you go right now, right? Okay.
What are we doing?
Me and Noyz have wanted to share a stage for a very long time.
Like
We've wanted to do perform and record songs and stuff for a very long time. So I think what's best to do right now is we'll just exchange a few verses, if you don't mind. So why don't you start and I'll follow?
Okay.
Yeah, Dunmint. All right.
Yeah, Dunmint. All right. This is a big deal.
This is a very big deal for me.
This is a big deal because Dunmint's been in retirement for like 3 years now.
For as long as I've been dating Cinderball. Again, those things aren't related.
Not at all. Totally understood.
Okay, fine. Yo, check it. Yo. G-N-E. I grew up in the sewer, maneuver through it all. Life seems to stall, yet it never threw them off. Many came across, was developing a cause. A cub in the street started developing his paws. It started with some scrawls, now he's writing up these songs. Writing for his life so he can writing up his wrongs. And they all sing along, right when they perform in his sleep as he dreams. Cause that's what keep him strong, trying to perfectly balance like a samurai sword. Believe half of what you see and none of what you heard. It's absurd when you call him an Arab or a Kurd, cause he pledges allegiance to a different type of herd. Word!
Okay. Make some noise, Mr.
All right, Noyz.
Sing.
Give it up for Saint Soldier! All right, what you got, Noyz? What you got?
What I got?
Yeah, let's go.
How do I follow that though? Jeez.
How about that one verse that you wrote for that one track that we never released?
Throwing a blanket downstairs.
All right, then I'll go again, I guess.
No, I got it though.
Okay. I have no idea. Oh, the hook goes something like this. It goes, this that Bollywood bull crap, flip it and we turn it and we talk it. What's it go? This is that Bollywood bull crap, flip it and we turn it and we calling it some cool crap. It's that Bollywood bull crap, flip it and we turn it and we calling it some cool crap. This is that Bollywood bull crap, flip it and we turn it and we calling it some cool crap. Yo, check it. The soldiers risen and the battle seemed to just begun. Loading the barrel with the powder and we ready. We on the battlefield, we ready to demolish and make way for the pharaohs, and we watching all the cowards run. The land of 5 rivers, that's where all the lions from. We tend to devour them with the sound of our battle drums. We're like an oil spill, they find it hard to handle us. Cut from a caliber that's different than the rest of them. We are leaders, you can call us all generals. Worth $1 trillion like Afghanistani minerals. Worth $1 trillion like Afghanistani minerals. We boys and they ministers. And that's all I can remember from the time that I wrote this ish, which was 2012 when I was still single and not talking to my wife at this time. And well, check it, yo. Give it up for
Make some noise, Saint Soldier.
Yeah.
It's like Jordan on the Wizards.
The best years ever.
Well, check it. I remember my verse now.
All right.
Yeah. It's like the casualties of war bring the salary for more in the cycle. Understand there's more than a bullet that's stored in a rifle. It is hate, fear, love, tradition. The only means of peace for a living contradiction. It's a father figure to a child soldier in militias, told to harness the trigger to follow his convictions. Militant mind, innocence drifts in the wind, a sinister blend as the inner killer begins. And I finish the pen, writing stone tablets, wove fabrics upon the track to console my own madness. And a method to it, it's just influenced by the pressure brewing, walking through T-Dot city blocks that's left in ruins. But it's the same out in DC and Maryland. PDs who use appearances so they can zero in on targets, scarred by the hands of the beast. Your options are you can either stand or retreat. Rise up! Woo! Woo!
Yeah!
That was a good verse. We should put that song on.
Yeah, we should probably release that song now, since 2012. Hey, give it up one more time for Noyz!